judgment and professional skepticism throughout the audit. I want you to underline the word throughout the audit. You should not be less skeptic on day 2. There should not be what is called as law of diminishing marginal utility. If you know the term of economics, no? There should not be any diminishing marginal utility in that sense. So go with that particular attitude. So first one is 4 important bases for your opinion. I have complied with all the standards on audit. I have complied with all the ethical standards and I am independent. That is, ethical standards means considering the code of ethics. I am independent. And the third one is I have my own responsibility. Which responsibility I am spelling out in the audit report. You will see that there are at least 1 I just now told, professional skepticism and professional judgment. Plus there are 7 specific responsibility which I am going to tell. I have looked into. I have looked into the internal financial controls. I have considered the going concern. So many responsibilities I am going to spell out. And then the 4th and the most important thing is, before I express my opinion, I have considered sufficient and appropriate evidence. Sufficient and appropriate evidence. So when I say sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, SAAE in short, you must understand, I can ask, why did they use the word sufficient and appropriate? What is the meaning of each word in the audit report? You must now go with a flair, go back and say, why did they use? Every word in the audit report is very important. They would not have put unnecessary words there. Only necessary words have been implanted in the audit report. When I say, now next question I ask, maybe if I were to be an examiner, you will have to look into sufficient and appropriate audit evidence before you give an opinion. Please tell me, what is the difference between sufficient and appropriate?
Sufficiency is talking about quantity and the appropriateness is about quality.
Beautiful. So whereas sufficient is the numbers, sufficient is the number, and appropriate is, if I am looking for banker's evidence, fixed deposits in the bank, I cannot just ask him whether it is okay. Can I just ask the accountant whether it is what you have taken is correct and how you have calculated the interest? I have to take the appropriate evidence, which means the banker's confirmation. Okay? If I am doing the number of purchases as a watching, if there are 1 lakh transactions in the company, what I will have to look into is, first of all I have a materiality cutoff. I will look into only those purchases which are beyond the cutoff. Within that, if I look into everything, I will not be able to complete my audit. So therefore I will look into sufficient evidence. So I will go in for sampling. So I will look into how many numbers I have to check before I give my evidence. Okay? So these are the things which you should, this is only an opening remark, I am not getting into the details of it. Okay? All that I can say is, the next 6 hours will be a very enlightening one. And auditing, as I told you, is like, auditing is like, not like Ramayana, Mahabharata where it is a story. Okay? Of course, it starts with the art of teaching, it doesn't end there. Okay? Very important is, it may be dry, but then I'm sure that the speakers here will make it as interesting by giving you case studies. Now, even in your examination today, you don't have a straight jacket answer, especially when you come to see a final, it will be mostly case studies. How will you deal with this as an auditor? So then you will have to give that particular life situation and how will you deal with that, giving the appropriate standards on auditing, section references, etc. Okay? So I can only wish you all the best. But before I go, let me just explain you one thing on internal financial controls. Very important for you to know, today audit report is not only qualifying the past, but is also commenting on the controls which will have an impact on the future. Okay? So I'll just tell you a story before I wind up. If I were to go from here to Tirupati in 3 hours in a car, and let us say Mr. Anant Prasad will go in the same car or maybe in his car for, let us say, 6 hours. Which car would you choose? 3 hours car or 6 hours car? Then I tell you that the car in which I am traveling has no brakes. The car in which I am traveling has no brakes. But the car in which he is traveling has brakes. Which car will you go? Why? It is not reaching that matters. It is not just the reaching that you matters. What we used to give earlier reports, our normal report on the financial statement is commenting that he has reached from here to here in 3 hours. And then every person will invest in such a company. All of you come in as a part of my journey, you will invest in such a company. Whereas now if I tell there are no controls in this particular company, or the controls are there but not properly, it's not in proper place. The brake is behind my back. Now when I am driving, can I turn back and apply the brake? So controls are there but are not effective, or it is not being used. The driver of the car is putting his legs up and sitting like as though he is having a lunch, and then he is not. So controls are there but not being applied effectively. So in all these 3 cases, the company is bound to meet with the accident, although the last year there were no accidents. My qualifications are always with respect to last year as far as the standalone financial statement opinion is concerned. When I come to the control aspect, the internal financial control aspect, the possibility of an accident in future is what I am going to comment. So when I am giving my audit opinion, I am also saying that I have considered the internal financial controls before I give my opinion. And in private limited companies, subject to certain conditions, I don't have to give an IFC report. But in all other companies, I have to give a separate IFC report, and that report goes to say whether in future there will be an accident. Okay? So I wish that all of you reach your destination without any accidents. Okay? I wish the program a very good success, and happy learning to all of you. Thanks once again, Vidyaji, for enabling me to give the opening speeches.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable input. Have people got a basic idea of how a standard accountant and a chartered accountant thinks? Yeah. Now, I request Chairperson of SICASA, CA Divya ma'am, to present CA Gururaj sir with a memento as a token of gratitude. I now propose the vote of thanks for the inaugural session on behalf of the Bangalore branch of ICI and SICASA. I would like to extend my gratitude to CA Gururaj Acharya sir for inaugurating the session and sharing his valuable words. I would also like to thank the chairperson Divya ma'am for organizing such resourceful session. Thank you. Thank you.